Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the brakes on an Audi A5 that's equipped with an electronic parking brake. Let's get started. So before you actually start to change the brakes, you can just take off this trim cover right here. So unscrew this whole part, unscrew the second one. And pull this piece out. Take it out. So we're unscrewing the lid here. And we're covering this entire area here with a rag. Because when we push the pistons back in, the fluid level is going to rise up again. And it might happen that brake fluid leaks out of yours. So when we want to change the rear brakes, we need to, once with VCDS, retract the rear brakes. Or electronically retract the brake caliper. And then we proceed over here to the parking brake system mechanism. So now we proceed over here to the basic settings. So then we choose open. And we've now turned the electric motors back. So we can go ahead and close the whole thing up and turn the ignition back off. So we take a 13mm wrench and a 15mm wrench. And unscrew the whole thing here once. And once down here, pull the whole thing out here once. And here we have the receipts. Take those out again. Okay, we take an 18mm wrench and now we're unscrewing the brake caliper. So we've got the fork unscrewed, so we grab a T30 bit with a small ratchet and then we unscrew. The bolt right here. The bolt. Take the washer off. Clean the whole thing here now. Then we have to push the piston back in. Important thing to note here, we've turned the electric motor back with VCDS, and now we can simply press the piston straight back in without any force. Just press on the piston and push it in, but do not turn it. Because usually with a mechanical handbrake, we have a thread inside there, and that's why we always have to screw the piston back in. But in this case, you can't see the thread, so you just have to push it straight in without any turning at all, which means we'll simply put the whole assembly back on once we have it in position. And just push it in. The piston doesn't rotate at all, but the threaded rod of course does. So we've now completely threaded it all the way in, or pressed it in. We'll lubricate the whole thing here once. Into a new screw. We're tightening the whole thing down now. The screw gets 8 Newton meters. I don't have a torquey wrench right now. So we're tightening the whole thing down now. So we're taking off this metal sheet here. There are new ones available. So we're getting this whole thing really clean here, so the receipts can move around freely and won't get stuck. So we're getting this whole thing really nice and clean. So, and also make sure that these guide pins are moving freely for you with no resistance at all. You can also take them out and lubricate the whole thing once, so that they move freely for you, and also that the seals are intact, so afterwards we need to lubricate the areas that we cleaned. So, let's give the whole thing a test run and then install the new plates on here. And on the other side too. Let's put the new plates on. So, and we'll grease the whole thing again. So, and after that, we can put the entire thing back together again. And screw in the bottom one. So we grab a torquey wrench and tighten down the brake bracket bolts to 100 Newton meters and then give them an additional 90-degree turn. But I think 100 Newton meters is plenty. Just grab some brake cleaner, because when we mounted up the fork, some grease got onto the brake disc. We just have to clean that off real quick. Degrease it real quick. Alright, so the next step is we have to make sure the adhesive is only on one side, leaving the other side completely free of any adhesive. That means we're putting one on the piston side, and we have to peel the other one off entirely and place it on the other side. So we put the whole thing in here. Right on the other side. We can put the saddle back on. And the saddle bolts need to be tightened to 35 Newton meters. Okay, take the new bolts and begin by threading them on by hand. So afterward, when we've replaced the brakes, we're going to the control unit. Parking brake, that we were in before. So we now need to carry out the whole procedure in the basic setting. Just select it here once. So, and now we're moving forward to piston, the parking motor closes. So it sets itself in and we've completed the whole repair. So all you need to do next is verify the fluid level is at maximum and then reassemble the whole unit.